What's up, guys? Coach Leo here, your certified strength and conditioning specialist. This is part 2 of our Train Like an Athlete core edition, and these are your next 3 exercises for your core that's going to step your game up to the next level. Number 1 is kick throughs. Now, kick throughs isn't a normal exercise you could just look through and find it anywhere else. I find that this exercise itself is very applicable to a lot of things. I've used it a lot to help me train for jiu-jitsu, for football, for a lot of different sports. But specifically, if you train jiu-jitsu, you will immediately pick up this exercise, as it is very challenging for your core, your shoulders, and your legs as you continue through this. So you're gonna start off in a plank position, and you're gonna kick slowly, just to start off, kick your leg all the way through as your hand comes off the ground. Make sure that you have it under control before you start to speed it up. You're gonna go to one side, bring the leg back, and kick the leg back to your opposite leg to the other side. And you're gonna go back and forth, would be 1, and you're gonna do 10 to 15 of these reps. Now, if you got it in the bag and you can challenge yourself a little more, move the pace, start to move the pace a little bit more by jumping back and forth. The same thing I said before is control. Make sure you have a good control while you're doing this movement. If you have never done this movement, I highly advise that you take your time and don't start off with this exercise. It does take some coordination and it does take some strength to make sure you do it correctly. The last thing I need you guys to do is doing this exercise and hurting yourself because you've never tried it before. So start off slow, start with just stepping through, and then as you progress, go ahead jumping back and forth. So as you're jumping back and forth, you're having one hand on the ground and immediately hop back to the other side. Again, keeping that rep range anywhere between 10 to 15 reps. It's very challenging, so incorporate it as you feel it's necessary. Number 2 is knee tucks. Now, it's not your normal knee tucks that you're maybe used to. You could do this exercise in a TRX, or you can use a Valslide or some furniture movers. And if you want more details on that, you can click on the video up above where I give you a review on Valslides and give you a link where you can buy some. Now, back to the knee tucks. The way you're gonna do this is you're gonna drive both knees to one side. You're using a lot of shoulders and core in this exercise. So if you have shoulder issues and you have some back issues, I'm telling you right now, don't start off with this exercise. All these exercises that I'm talking about are a little bit more advanced and take a little bit more strength. So if you're at that next level, then let's get to it. You're gonna drive your knees up to one side, and then again, using your core and your shoulders, bringing it back to center, and then back up to the other side. Make sure that you keep your hips level. Don't let your hips drop, because the last thing I want you to do while you're doing this exercise is to hurt your back, because you let your hips drop too much and you hurt your elbow or you hurt your shoulder because you overextended. Keep yourself within range. Don't go too far out as you come back to center every time. And again, the rep range for this one is 10 to 15 reps. Now your last one, your third one, is called a dragonfly. This is for those elite athletes, or even those moderate to trying to advance to the next level athletes that want to challenge themselves. This exercise, I only recommend that you do anywhere between 5 to 10 reps at a time. It's very challenging, and if you don't control your breathing, you can somewhat feel a little dizzy and sometimes pass out if you don't control your breathing. Make sure you do it properly. Now, the way this one's gonna work is you're gonna grab the bench behind as you lay down. Make sure you have a good grip, that you're not falling off side to side. As you kick your legs straight up into the air, you keep your core engaged, you hold a plank. And as you hold that plank, you lower your whole body in unison. Your low back and your hips and your feet come down at the exact same time. The whole point of this, and with all the exercises that I've described and explained in this video and in the last one, is about control. All these movements are centered around control. Being athletic means that you need to have control, because there is so much dynamic range going on the field, on the court, or even if you're a dancer, it all applies. There is so much movement that if you have a good solid foundation in your core, it's gonna translate onto all those arenas. So back to the exercise. Make sure your hips straight up, legs straight, back straight, control on the way down. Make sure that you control everything and lower everything slowly. Again, rep range anywhere between 5 to 10 reps, and incorporate it into your workouts either at the end of the workout or in between sets would be a great way to apply this. All right, guys, if you like these exercises and you want more, make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when we post more videos. I'll catch you guys next time.